have you ever done jury duty?
Yes, I've done it one time.
Yeah. Now, did you get seated on the jury? Like, did you have to sit through a trial or anything?
This is when I was living in London over in Madison County, and I was everything happened in one day. So I was over there like 8:30 in the morning, something like that.
Yeah.
We waited. We got seated went through all the jurors and everything.
Yeah.
Went through the whole trial. We went through all the deliberations, and we were out of there by like 7:00 in the evening.
Interesting.
Yes.
So this was the first time I'd ever done jury duty. I've been summoned a few times prior, but I always contacted the court and said, "Hey, I'm a big time radio personality and I can't make it in." And I was always excused. Right. So this time I thought, you know what? Get off your butt, you lazy fool, and do your civic duty.
You know, if you had won that Marconi, you wouldn't have gone.
That's exactly probably. I'm just too busy. I'm just too busy. But I had a couple of observations of my jury duty yesterday, and I thought I'd bounce them off you and see if you had any sort of similar memories. Okay. This you wouldn't have probably dealt with, but when you go for jury duty in Montgomery County, they have you post or have you park at one of the spaces they call it the East lot. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a keypad that you have to press to get the gate to open. I'm not kidding you. I sat there and watched people try to figure out the keypad digits. I'm telling you, there were some people there that were sitting there for like 2 minutes.
Okay.
They couldn't figure out how to punch the dial. It was just like a phone pad.
Okay.
And they couldn't get it. They must have been putting in the wrong digits. And then finally we get there. I get up close to I'm the second guy in line for this gate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there's I'm sure she's a lovely person, but she older lady, she'd punch in the code and then she'd look to see if the gate would raise.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't raise immediately.
Right.
So she looked back at the keypad, and while she was typing in the passcode again, the gate was up. Like it went up.
Oh no.
And then it went back down. Right.
Oh,
and then she looks again, it's down. Then she looks back at the keypad, the gate goes up, but she's not looking at the gate.
It's like when somebody unlocks the door and you've already got the handle up.
Yeah. So, and I really do try to keep my cool in these situations, but my window was down a little bit and I was yelling, "The gate is up! The gate is up!" But she didn't hear me. Finally, she got it. Yeah. So that was interesting. The other thing that I noticed, we were in a courtroom and when we got in there and they brought us in, I think there were probably maybe 50 of us, 50 or 60 in the potential jury pool. And the thing that I immediately noticed is that a group of 50 or 60 people in it's a decent sized courtroom, but it's still a small space for 50 or 60 people. Quite the aroma. The mixture of humanity all huddled together. Not everybody remembered their deodorant when they left the house yesterday morning.
So we should put instructions for potential jurors as take a shower.
Yes, take a shower.
Okay.
Bring some deodorant, or make sure you've got the deodorant on.
Yeah.
It was quite interesting. The other thing that I thought was surprising when we went through the what they call the voir dire, whereas they ask questions of the jurors. Could you be impartial? Could you be unbiased? Could you be this? Could you, all these, can you be a good juror?
Mm-hmm.
And without getting into details of what the case was, because that's nobody's business. It's all public record, but I'm not going to get into that. But I will just say that it had to do with some domestic violence. All right. That's all I'm going to say, because it's important to the story.
Okay.
There were, I'm not kidding, 6 or 7 people who raised their hand and said, "I can't be unbiased."
Okay.
that they had all been they'd either been victims of domestic violence or they knew somebody, and they just were honestly, I can't put that aside. I can't look at the evidence as to whether this person is guilty or not guilty. I can't put my own bias aside, which I thought was interesting. I mean, I'm glad they're being honest, but I was sitting there thinking, it's like, well, I've known a few people that have been kind of through that situation. Now, I personally haven't, and I get that 100%. But to not be able to put that aside, wow. I just thought that was, and it's not a judgment. It was just, I was really surprised by that.
Yeah, I can see how that they would say, I can't do it. If they knew somebody very personally, very close to them that's been through that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah. And then somebody asked, they raised their hand, can we eat candy?
There's always that guy.
I swear to God. Somebody's like, and the bailiff was like, well, if it's quiet. And I'm thinking, well, it was just Halloween. Did he bring in some snacks has he got some Twix, some Reese's cups? What's he got? Yeah. Can we eat candy?
Okay.
And the other thing, when you go into a courtroom, and especially when it's in session, I didn't know that people needed to be reminded of this, but you turn off or turn down your cell phone. You put it on vibrate. The same cell phone rang 3 times. And each time the judge is like looking around like, who's got the phone? And my thought was, and they were behind me. Now I didn't dare turn around and look and give them a stare. I left that to other people and the judge. But my thought was, the first time they tell you to turn off your phone and you forget or you don't do it and it rings, that's your clue, right? Oh crap, I'm so sorry. Turn it off, right? Just turn it off. Then it rang again. Same, and here it was. It wasn't like a little ring, ring, ring. It was some stupid ass ring that was just obnoxious, and it rang 3
Chipmunk
times.
Song or something playing over and over again.
Something. And I was like, what are you doing? Why can you not? You don't just shut it off, you turn it off. Man, oh man. And the last observation, court's in session, the voir dire's going on, and people are trying to get up so they can go use the restroom. And the judge is like, excuse me, sir, where are you going?
Well, you just get up and start going?
Oh, I got to go to the bathroom. Like, we'll be taking a break shortly. You don't just get up and leave. This isn't the movie theater. Whenever you feel like, I got to go out and have a smoke, take a leak. No, that's not how this works. That is not how this works. So I felt like, there's a lot of people who showed up who didn't really understand how court worked, right? Like how the whole process worked. And I understand if you're young and you haven't done that before, you haven't been around, or I get it. But, we've all seen this on TV, right? We kind of know how you're supposed to behave and what you're supposed to do and not do.
And, judges and bailiffs deal with this every day.
Oh, my gosh. Constantly. And the one thing, and I know I just made the reference to TV, but the one thing I thought was great, the judge said, was that we've all seen court cases and courtroom hearings on television. That's for your entertainment. This is not entertainment. That is not how it really works.
Yeah, you got a job to do here.
This is life or death in some instances. This is important. This is not entertainment. So, but long story short, I didn't end up getting seated as a juror, because at one point they asked if you were involved, or like if you're married or know somebody who's in the legal profession. And I raised my hand because Mary's a paralegal, And the guy, the attorney's like, oh, so you just happen to know this person? I'm like, yeah, I just happen to be married to her. So I don't know if that's why I got booted, but the judge did ask for my last name. So maybe she said, nope, that guy's no good.
Put an asterisk by this guy.
Put a
right
big
here,
cross through my name.
Yeah.
That guy looks like trouble.
It's off the list.
Yep.